Hello! It's the 4th of December today and time for another travel question. But before we kick off, let's look at yesterday's question. So we asked about the bridges that you can find on the euro notes. Where are they from? And there's actually two answers to this. The first and simplest is that it's nowhere. Because you see, while each country get to mint their own coins with a symbol that represents their countries, the banknotes are the same across Europe. So people are worried that one country would be favored over another one or one would be left out, since there are only 7 notes in total. So they actually came to a rather clever solution to this. They decided to take 7 different styles of architecture from across Europe and then design 7 made-up bridges that would represent these architectural styles. And that way, you wouldn't really favor anyone. But that's a boring answer. The much cooler one is Spijkenisse. And first of all, sorry to the Dutch for probably pronouncing that totally wrong. But secondly, you clever people. You see, after the EU had printed millions of banknotes, the Dutch decided to simply build these 7 bridges, then all of them would represent the Netherlands. Now, they didn't have a huge budget to do this, to make full-size bridges, because some of them, to be fair, are massive bridges, many hundred meters long. So what they did instead is, in this tiny town of Spijkenisse, they made 7 tiny bridges. And now they're all real, you can walk on them and drive on them. They're just not even close to the actual proportions. So I went there a few years ago. Apparently it's not a big tourist attraction, not many people go there. So a local family there was just really interested in what on earth I did there. They invited me in for lunch and a beer as well. And that was really lovely. But enough about the clever Dutch people. Let's get on with today's question. And before we start, I think it's worth mentioning that today is kind of a trick question as well. If it seems too easy to answer, it probably is. So the question today is, how many countries are there in between the Republic of France and the Kingdom of the Netherlands? That should be a fairly easy map question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? So
Or is it?
yeah. So for those that are going to get it right, do you have a travel tip?
Yes, I do. And this is only for the people that get it right. So the ones who didn't get the last question right, just close your ears. So today's travel tip for Norway is about safaris. Usually when you think about safaris, you think of Africa. But it's actually possible to go on safari in Norway as well. We would really recommend going to a place called Dovre. There you can see musk oxen. These are incredible animals. Introduced to Norway, died out a lot of times, reintroduced again, and eventually they managed to stay in this one place in the mountain plains. You can try to see them on your own or on a guided tour. Some of them have more or less 100% success rate of seeing musk oxen. Just be aware that these are wild animals and very heavy. Don't come closer than 200 meters, as they're surprisingly fast runners and known for sometimes having a bad temper.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I got caught up in the moment and may have gotten a bit close to these, but yeah, respect the distance.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for tomorrow, where we'll give you the answer to this question and have a new tip and a new question for you.